Good evening. My name is Supreme Apostle Baksay. I'm Supreme Apostle of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This time from Apple Store, Angel Street, near Oxford Circus. We have Book of Mormon musical near Regent Street, southern side of Regent Street, southeastern side of Regent Street. There's Piccadilly Circus. There's Book of Music on Prince of Wales Theater, and we have there lots of singing and lots of interpretation of the Book of Mormon to some continental people. So I thought we might bother about what can we maybe seeing to get this my video. So I'm trying to upload video and it's sometimes splitting and sometimes not, and I sometimes have even 6 minutes already recording of speech and then we'd like to save some of this we have. So we're speaking about Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, about transfiguration and ascension of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, and about the prophecies about this time. We don't have all entire prophecies. There, one angel ran with any weapon on a horse, and the other angel ran and had a sword, a long on a red horse, and then came the black horse and the angel with and it's a similar sort of scale of balance, and then came the third angel, or the fourth, and then the fifth and sixth with something such, and then we had also we had four spirits that was given a power over the winds, because they will blow from four corners of the earth. But then we had something about angel, and that's what I thought of in my now. Someone emphasized that there was the angel with the seal of a living God, saying with a loud voice to those four spirits that was given power, not to hurt the earth, nor the water, nor the air, nor tree, uh, but to rather think about, or rather to help those to be prepared. They are supposed to be translated and so they are sent to heaven. There's 144,000 of the disciples of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ. So I Supreme Apostle Baksay thought that might be our emphasis for this time. As President Thomas and Samalas is president, I'm most likely candidate to presidency to keep this optimism that I feel as I am accurately recording these broadcasts. So I might eventually bless somewhat more, but we have the authority of the Supreme Lord Jesus Christ to seal earth and heaven and to deliver mankind from their belief that was maybe planted by their parents and by other leaders that they need to live for a while to the age of a man, and then eventually um, and then it's sort of like three full stops, and we're returning to the our plan and our project that we adapted or deducted from the Gospel of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ that we might rather believe to be translated to heaven's glory and to ascend to heaven. So is it really this time that we have to translate to heaven's glory, ascend to heaven, the highest heaven? This is not to be happening, or it's not to be expected much later or much earlier in time of Jesus Christ or John the Beloved and John the Revelator. Brothers and sisters, I dedicate this video to Supreme Elohim and Supreme Yahweh and to all those most excellent, most supreme disciples of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, to members of the Church of Jesus Christ, the Latter-day Saints, and also to others. I extend my invitation for members to prayer and to ascend to heaven. Um, it's also returning to first full mission of the Church of Jesus Christ of Saints. I invite those who are not at this time members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Saints, and also those who was not having any genealogical research among Christians, that the genealogical research was on, or maybe also those who are expected to be first into the Christianity officially, as we have an era of Christianity already for 1,600 and more years. But in some verses, the Christianity was actually sort of minor. So I thought to extend my invitation, so I invite all those 100 members of the Jesus Christ listens or was not yet having their um, family history, the Christianity, only few, but not officially to be recorded among the Christians as a Christian church. The my thing are that you, my neighbors who are investigating or who are interested in the gospel of Jesus Christ, that you might feel comfortable to come to Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, that you might feel there. It's a beautiful experience to come to Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And it's centered in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the U.S. President Thomas Edison was the president of First Presidency. It really has the authority of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ's Son to heaven for you to. So you also may be translated to heaven's glory, or you also may be as Supreme Lord Jesus Christ and ascend to heaven. This to ascend to heaven is sort of change from the normal Christian living as it was until now. So I testify that the baptism in the Church of Jesus Christ is the gate unto our translation to our ascension to heaven, and that the baptism in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the gate into the only kingdom of heaven and earth. Now, there is some more to say, but I think that this much in the name of the Supreme Lord Jesus Christ and by the authority of the Holy Order of the Son of God, we dedicate our video to this cause. Those who are members to ascend, those who are members to sing and to be baptized, the desire soon to ascend to heaven, to highest heaven, and that might also help all those that are our loved ones that passed away. If there was in Christian records of Christian churches or in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or in other churches, or if they are not at this time, but it will be first time taken to the records of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or to the Christianity, that we might have also them from the emergency of the decomposition experience them also to be resurrected and ascend into heaven. The first resurrection ever began as Jesus Christ was resurrected. Before first resurrection, there was some ascension into heaven as exception. There was Enoch, and according to Joseph, also the city. We'll like to get some more testimony as that city was functioning. So if anyone of the members of the Church of Jesus Christ has got that access, they shall really like to see how Enoch was living as he was approximately 365. There was giving all the time, everything was already, or there was having such sorts of sinusoids or there was giving someone higher, more perfect with the commandment, and then there was someone falling into sorts of apostasy. In these hundreds of years, or about 200 years, maybe there was already keeping very well, but how it was this last 5 years that there was already before Ascension, the whole city, now it's really marvel to believe that whole city somewhere in America, maybe in Caribbean, maybe that was a place where now Salt Lake is situated, or Silver Lake, there was a city there. Well, I possibly do somewhere in Caribbean. Many believe that Enoch lived in Mesopotamia, somewhere there's this Babylonia. Well, however, as we think about it, Noah was the great grandfather of Enoch, and Noah was appearing to Mary, mother of Jesus, at the Annunciation, and Noah was landing on Mount Ararat officially. That is in Turkey. So if you think how Earth is turning and how winds maybe was turning at a time of great flood, so it seems very logically that Enoch was living in America, and also his son Methuselah, Lamech, and Noah. They actually was sailing. The Noah and his sons and their four wives, that they were sailing from America to Ararat. But also the story of Moses and Elijah, um, and those others there was ascending in the Old Testament. are marvelous. So shall we have this stance of similar? I believe we should shall um, in the style of this military terror of the first president, so Jesus Christ's letter saying in the style of this many American military bases, in the style of this police sorts of policing. President Monson, Thomas Monson, president does lots of terror harass in every department of every country. There's lots of terror. So how can we be safe from this sort of too many of lies? How can we comprehend in these times of the Mormons sort of reigning on this sort of Anglicanism of Mormons since Joseph Smith to Thomas Day, and say how can we, besides I'm Slovak citizen, so how can I be able to bear to ascend to heaven as well in this sort of well, to me it's sort of post-Cold War supposed to be celebration of freedom. So I believe that it's good if we help one another as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to do some more of veganism. We know that in the MTC and BYU there might be still some lots of flesh sold or given relatively, so how much such young missionaries are really pulled by President Monson flesh through the mouth and throat, how much they're really getting into their body as consumption. Is sort of President Monson influencing parents and leaders of the children and youth. And then children used to eat flesh, so they eat it more and more because they are great and great, and then they do lots of sorts of fitness, right? Because they have lots of money. And how can we get that? Sorry, so I think veganism is one of the forms of greater wisdom, not by commandment, nor by constraints, by in a way of high counsel, like persuasion, and sort of step by step to the temporal salvation. So it might be translated also as sent to heaven. Now, the other step is the equality of the household of heaven, as Jesus Christ, second time already among us. Now, if we have any members that were serving on any missions that are nevertheless homeless, they received certificate of service honor, but came disaster to their family anyways, and they maybe even lost their certificate of service honor, but they still believe that it's somewhere in heaven recorded, they served, and maybe also in church. But the poverty or for the homeless, they maybe lost temple recommend, and maybe they don't have any money for vegan food nor for vegetarian food, and it might be not always permitted um, for members of the Church of Jesus Christ to have vegan or vegetarian food given as a charity food. So, or maybe there is only some sorts of vegan, and then the other, and man is maybe hungry because of the poverty or financial situation they are is poor. So can we administer equality of the household? Can we set in the Church of Jesus Christ something economical minimum? I thought that we might say the existential minimum of sorts of money minimum, and I believe that might be $30,000 per week as a minimum for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, for increased record children of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, as well as investigators. 30,000, that would be so easy for anybody to become members. Now, would there be any research, or is there really authority in First President? Doesn't have such authority to lift the living standards of poor members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints? So I'm sure there are some members that they have fixed asset millions, and the current asset there might not be as great as 30,000 per week. But we may have also those members that have also fixed asset millions and also current asset millions per week. And I mean, there's always some millions of fixed asset down there. And I think that it is really to lift the standards of living essential minimum members of the Church of Jesus Christ and by First Presidency. It is most authorized person on earth, not only to do any badness like killing their wives, like Gordon B. Hinckley was killing Marjorie Hinckley, and Thomas Spencer Monson was killing the Francis Barrett Johnson Monzo and was pulling flesh to their bodies like if it was maybe bananas, and that was bloody flesh of Theseus and chicken and turkey and maybe even pigeons. Who knows what everything was this presidents of First Presidency and general officers of Jesus Christ license a blessing of balance of their lives. So, and in their own right, and missionaries and real students, and we have already so many experiences through 134, for 132, 133, 183, 183 of years of general conferences of Jesus Christ of Latter-day. So now we have such a celebratory anniversary. 183 is it from the blink 182 to the 183rd General Conference, annual General Conference. So would we hear something beautiful about President Moses like that? We have here that angel that's got a seal of the living God, and that says with a loud voice to us that have the authority of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ over the four corners of the earth to hold the wind whether they will blow. And that's Supreme Apostle Baksay and me that says that they not to hurt or not to hurt the earth, nor the waters, nor the air, nor tree. So, brothers and sisters, let us help one another to experience equality of the house of the Lord Jesus Christ. Second time, remember, as if Supreme Lord Jesus Christ is second time already among us. And now the promise is saying we need presence of Supreme Lord and Supreme Yahweh. We need good sayings. We need different influence of John first. For instance, my parents was born in town, Happy Grant and George Albert Smith. And they became so exceedingly evil that they were suffering sorts of ignominious death, both of them. And I said, how can I help them? How can I help them to be resurrected? The answer is straight to it there. It is very easy. We just are active in the church. We share the gospel with those who are not at this time very active in the church, or are eventually not at this time members of the churches. And as we start sharing the gospel, and as we attend the church, maybe we will get also some money for genealogical research. And if we make the family history great and get all those spiritual gifts to visit our forefathers or to do something good for them, or share gospel with them too, then maybe it might be given there. It's also the parents actually will be good. So can we get them good, our parents? Brothers and sisters, we should not consider only parents. We should really come to church. We should really share the gospel. We should really do some genealogical research, or and just investigate, or try to get sorts of pledges and pleadings that we might have better financial situation, or that we might get friends that helps us to accomplish family history tree, family history genealogy. I still have some hundreds names to find. Or maybe I persuade Heavenly Father that I, instead of looking for names of my forefathers, will just forward this work to other people that loves to do genealogical research, and I might ascend to heaven. Is it not a better option? But from heaven we can advocate those who need advocacy. We can even speak for those members of the Church of Jesus Christ listens, other Christianity members, or those enthusiasts in genealogical research or sharing the gospel, visiting churches, that they might have everything they need more abundantly. And so far with that. And now to this idea of musicals, we are very grateful for all those most perfect ideas or motions that first presidency believes in. There are some that are really glorious, but the absolutely most perfect motions due to us minutes in heaven, and we think that it's not very much spoken about, not enough. We need more of the motion to ascend to heaven, and therefore we ask you there, the first presence, not hurting the earth, nor the waters, uh, nor the air, nor tree, but that we might have now preparation for this 144,000 of translated beings to ascend to heaven, and then 12,000 of Judah, and 12,000 of Ephraim, and 12,000 of Levi, and 12,000 of God, and 12,000 of Dan, and so on. So I very much love you, and here's the promise. We said to choose from Bible, New Testament, Gospel according to St. John the Evangelist, chapter 14, verses 12 to 15. As I have loved you, love one another. This new commandment, love one another. For this a man know that you are my disciples, if you have loved one to another. Francis, I feel there is great love of all those 2 billion of Christians to the hymns about Jesus Christ and of Jesus Christ. I think that this one is one of the most authentic and most perfect, most original hymns. And if you like to get something better from this English nationalism and from this English nationalism that we have in America and in England towards all mankind, uh, I believe that we shall be for perfection. So we all sound more perfect. We can do sound better. Also, the nationalism might be somewhat milder, and also the American soldiers from those many military bases around the world maybe may return home to America, and those British military soldiers may be permitted to return back to Great Britain, and it might be really somewhat more heavenly on earth from the worship God, worshiping God, to honoring, praising, and serving God. It would be much better. And I think there not even need to be too much of trouble about returning of the soldiers home. I, so I love you and thank you. Bye bye.